Okay, Barbara, Barry, Betty, I guess they're all Bobby Clark. Welcome. Hey, Brenda, Kukoi, down there in the Philippines. Bacolog, 4 hours north of me. How are you, mate? Carolyn, Jeff, everybody's in order here. Georgette. Good for you, Georgette. Mr. iPhone, I bet you there's a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Iris and Janine and Johnny and Juliet, Singapore, Katrina, Liddy, Monty. There's too many. Too many. Vaughn, William, Steve and Scotty and too many. All the P's and the T's. Okay. There's probably some new people. I do not know, but we're on our Sunday call. Watch out. There's no guardrails today because there is no Ray Heron today. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Ray's traveling right tonight. He's got to be somewhere first thing very early in the morning for Cheryl, and it's in the big city. Okay, more coming in. Julie, Classy. Hey, Julie Womack, welcome to the call. So no guardrails. I can say whatever I want because he's not going to dob me into the owners. But if you're a brand new person, I'm going to give you just the quickest, a little warm here today. It's Monday morning. Beautiful. The quickest overview of what our business is, but then we're going to have interviews with every single person. Why am I doing that? I really believe the whole world, everything, the energy, whatever, watch out. What am I doing here? Is all about love. That's what it is. That's what runs everything. It's love, the whole universe, everything. And what do we do with our profession? It's a profession. We're not in an industry. It's not a business. It's a profession. And our profession is, I think it's all about love. It's sharing. And I'm so glad to be with a company again, twice before, great nutritional companies, and lots and lots of success. I don't think the success has got anything to do with the money. It's the people and lives we affect. And this time, go figure. Look there, right there, the olive, the greatest and oldest health story that's never been told, as Joe says, is what our mission is. And when we share this with people, you'll see today with the testimonials that are coming up, hopefully, I have no idea. Nobody's been coached. You'll see the impact. I had no idea. I had no idea whatsoever what this would do for you. I had no idea how this works so great. And so many people. Here's Derek, the blind guy. No offense, Derek. You can't hear me yet. He's not in. There he goes. You know why, Derek? You know why Derek's late? Couldn't see the time. There you go, Derek. I love you too. So I'm going to where am I here? Let's move on. I'm going to tell you a little bit how it all began back in Treviso, Italy, way back, 50 plus years ago. And this lady, Gabriella from Italy, Treviso is a town in the blue zones. The blue zones are areas in Italy. There's a few of them in Greece, and there's 1 or 2 in South America. They got nothing to do with olives over there, though. And what is it? Those blue zones occur where there are olive groves, and those olive groves are thousands of years old. And why? Because if a plant can survive for thousands of years, in our case, it's a tree. It's a big plant. And besides just surviving and hanging on the earth with its roots, it's still producing fruit. To do that, that plant has had to develop longevity properties. That plant had to develop anti-aging properties. Last year, Dr. Earl Mindell, not part of Oliabo then. Yes, he's our scientific board, but he's an old mate of mine. He follows what goes on. He saw some of the things that maybe I was talking about, making a little hint to people long before we opened. I think it was June or July. And he called me up. Gail was with him. And he said, Malcolm, just short call. You have the #1 anti-aging food in the world. You have the #1 longevity plant on this planet. Don't miss it. And he hung up. I thought about it for a long time. Now he's on board. And how did this all begin? Because Gabriella, blue zones, 100 plus years, vibrant, healthy, not decrepit. Gabriella knew about this. High phenolic extra virgin olive oil, 3-month pre-harvesting. It doesn't look like the olive oil on the shelf. And those blue zones, it's not a Mediterranean diet. It's a Mediterranean secret. They drink it, have a shot of it in the morning, a shot of it in the evening. What did Gordon and Joe do? They did the best job I know of taking everything that's in that phenomenal thing that's created for us by our creator and all the rest of the tree, because they started to learn about the whole tree. You see, the tree is what produces that. So the tree must have polyphenols. The tree must have phytonutrients. That's what this product's about. Let Joe share why He's back in the fray.
I had some ideas on some potential ingredients that floating around in my brain. And Gord's like, hold that thought, little brother. Come and talk to me. I have this idea. When he started to tell me this about the first press and that experience of the first press, I realized, whoa, there's more to olives. And the vast majority of people don't know the power of olives, olive oil, olive leaf, the extracts that come from them. Powerful. There's a reason why this is the greatest health story, the oldest and greatest health story that's never been told.
When I thought of the olive, I didn't realize how much power it's got. You're going to find out tonight. Gordon, his older brother, well, he had the same idea. And I think this, Primavera, you have it, share it with people. This sums up that great big idea Gordon had last year that you wanted to treat with respect, with love, with dignity, and bring it to us.
Long before wellness became an industry, there was a tree. A tree that learned how to survive. Heat, wind, drought, time. One that never chased attention, only light. The olive tree. For more than 6,000 years, it has stood at the center of human life. Food, medicine, symbol, inheritance. Groves planted not for a season, but for a future. Care passed from one generation to the next. Inside every harvest is more than oil. Chemistry, shaped by sun and stress. Polyphenols created to protect the tree, and remarkably, to protect us. That's why olive cuttings crossed continents, why kitchens became pharmacies, why something ancient still matters. The olive tree doesn't promise urgency, it promises endurance. Not quick fixes, daily rituals. Small acts, repeated, long enough to matter. At Oliabo, we didn't invent this wisdom, we listened for it and shaped it for modern life. What if daily support didn't require more time, only better design? Not another bottle, not another routine, just one small moment already prepared. The olive fruit carries nourishment, the leaf, protection. Two parts of the same story, rarely brought together. Inside the fruit are compounds shaped by ripening and pressure. Inside the leaf, molecules designed to defend the tree. Different roles, complementary strengths. So we asked a better question. What if they worked together? Through a proprietary process designed to preserve delicate phytonutrients, we capture what matters most from both the fruit and the leaf. Not more ingredients, better ones, working together. For thousands of years, the olive protected itself. Now it can protect us. The result? Olivectin, a proprietary blend shaped by science and respect for the source, captured in a single Prima packet. Measured, protected, ready when you are. Wellness doesn't happen in theory. It happens daily. Ancient biology, modern delivery, one simple ritual with intention. Oliabo sets the olive standard in wellness. It's our focus and our passion. The olive tree, distilled for everyday life, and still growing. And this is only the beginning.
The more you listen to that, the more you'll be able to tell the story. Italian purity meets, I forget what he says, American ingenuity, I think. Anyway, look, we're going to open this up. I'm about to unmute everybody. And I want you to share. I want you to share about Oliabo Prima, what it's done for you. Oliabo Flex, what it's done for you. Oliabo Viso Luxe and what it's doing for you. Maybe even Oliabo the business, if you're a business partner, and what it's doing for you. Sometimes it takes one person to go first. I tell you what, I got a little 1 minute here. Gordon asked me about 3-4 weeks ago, what's it mean to you? I know you wrecked your body, Mal. So I sent him this. Oh, when you come into this world, you're gifted a vehicle. I'm sure glad mine was not some sleek Ferrari. I think I was gifted more like an old pickup truck because I tended to abuse mine. I overloaded it pretty hard. What's happened now that I got some gray hairs? Well, that old engine, it doesn't quite get the mileage it used to. It doesn't seem to have the horsepower it should have. When I'm moving around, the old suspension and tires down below here, they don't quite work as good as they used to. The brakes are a little slow to pull it up. Even the electronic part, it tends to misfire and miscue and fall behind sometimes. And then somebody said, hey, listen, why don't you stop by Oliabo and get a service? So I did daily. I started a daily service routine. And, every single day, daily service. And then for some of those little problems, you need an extra mechanical service, a little bit of a fix, daily fix. I started doing that. Lo and behold, I was thinking I might have to trade this old pickup truck in. All those problems seem to be in the rearview mirror. I even feel like I got this guy, I wouldn't bother trading her in for another 30 years. Maybe you need to service your vehicle. Oliabo. Okay, I'm going to open this up. And what are you smiling about there? You see, you got to be careful, folks. It's not right. You got to be careful when you're doing something. It'll go on the website. Barry, look, I'm sure, look, you're there for a reason. I know how synchronicity works. So go ahead. I'm sure you got something to say.
That's right. So I'll tell how I got here another time because I think what my experience with the product is pretty incredible. So I enrolled early. I got my first Prima on December 3rd. Took it that night. Didn't feel much. But the second night, third night, I usually get up once or twice a night to go to the bathroom. That didn't happen. I woke up before my alarm clock and I felt refreshed. And I thought, this stuff is working. And my business, Oliabo is a big part of my business now, but my business is brain health. And so, I know getting better sleep is good for the brain, good for longevity. But I have osteoarthritis in my knees. And by Saturday, so like 3 or 4 days, my knees are starting to feel better. Not as achy, not as much stiffness. And I was going to an event in Florida. I'm in South Carolina. So I was going to an event in Florida on Sunday, which is an 8-hour drive. And normally when I drive, my knees get stiff and it takes a little while to get them loosened up when I get out of the car. You older guys know that. I'm in my 70s. And so I thought, this is great. But I was going to help at a charity event called Be Great. And I was going to be on my feet all day Monday, all day Tuesday. And I knew my knees would be screaming if I wasn't taking some ibuprofen, which I don't like to take. And so I decided on Sunday, I'm going to double up. Make a long story short, my knees felt great when I got out of my drive on Sunday. Doubled up Monday and Tuesday, and very little pain or stiffness, discomfort or stiffness. And then Wednesday, the hotel I was staying in, Wednesday, we got done. We were just going to hang out and have a little fun for the day. There was a 1-mile path around this lake at the hotel. So I get up in the morning and I go 2 miles around that path and my knees didn't hurt at all. So, the oleocanthal in this product, in the Prima, and that was before Flex. That was before we had Flex. And then when I've added Flex to it, it's even better. So, to me, sleep and the anti-inflammatory and pain relief effects are great.
Quality of
So,
life, that's what it is we're offering to other
yep.
people. All these little things, those nagging things, don't sell, offer solutions. Find out what's wrong with someone, a little bit of training in the middle here. When you ask questions, they'll tell you. They love to complain about, oh man, this, oh man, oh, what are you going to do about that? I don't know. I have a solution for you. Barry just touched on something. I think it's really important. Barry, can I say the word nootropics? That's sort of what you would be into.
Yep.
Brain health.
Absolutely.
And I just posted for everybody on SurfingLife, filling your toolbox for success. No, that's not a shameful plug. We're all in this together. They're not separate lines in Oliabo. We all build our businesses, yes, but everybody participates. Why? Because we have such a phenomenal rewards program. Part of that's the global pool that you're in. And so I want you guys, you can go there and get all the tools. And I posted from a doctor talking about prominent doctor who then became psychologist, did all his studies, went to medical school, then became a psychiatrist, I think it was, maybe psychologist. And then he got so enamored about brain health and he found a very simple thing. Barry might back it up. It's okay. But you know what? Depression is directly 100% correlated to inflammation of the brain cells, just like everything else that goes wrong with our body, inflammation. Barry mentioned ibuprofen. Ibuprofen works. I've used it before. And but boy, oh boy, you can't keep taking it, right? Goodbye kidneys, goodbye liver, and that small intestine, it's gonna bleed. And that's 82% of your immune system is your small intestine. But you know what? Nature has an ibuprofen. Oleocanthal times 100,
Right.
times 200.
Right.
Okay, listen, we got some people unmuted. I see one person unmuted. I'm not sure if he's unmuted for the reason, but Kakoi. That's an odd name, folks. Kakoi has done incredibly well in this industry before. I called him up. Actually, he contacted me, said, what are you up to? I see some stuff. He's older than me. And I went, listen, you got some problems. He did. And I went, you got to take this. Are you there, Kakoi? Are you ready? I see you unmuted. Not Sissy Grill, you're unmuted. Anybody that wants to pop your hand up, I guess. Go ahead. Is this Sissy? Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, hadn't planned on doing this, but I'll talk about not the Vivo Luxe, the Flex. When I was diagnosed last January 26th with a basal cell. There you go. That's it. And I didn't know, I hadn't had it diagnosed yet, but when I finally went in for the surgery of this last January, it was pretty blazy. It was pretty red and it itched and hurt. And I'd been using the Flex for about 2 months. And when the surgeon got up ready to carve away, I said, wait a minute. Tell me what you see. And he said, well, I don't see anything. I said, well, what about how red it was? He goes, there's no redness at all. There's no inflammation. What are you doing? I mean, what did you do? And I said, it was that high phenolic extra virgin olive oil I asked you about. And he said, well, good. You did well. You did well. May not be look that well on the inside, but so anyway, then it's healed up. It should have taken months for this to heal up. It's already healed. And it's because of the Flex. This scar is about 3 inches. It's about a 3 inch long scar. I was worried about it.
I can't tell you a funny story. I got a daughter and 2 daughters, Brooke and River, 13 and 9. But we have 2 others. Another boy, Jaden, and a little girl, Sophia. He's 13. She's 9. No, she's 10. They've been with us 3 years. Parents, went sideways. So you do what you do. You step up. And I don't know how he did it. Jaden sliced his backside about that long, 3.5 inches. And I mean deep, at least 1 inch to 1.25 inches deep. And I came out and said to him, well, come on, you know me. That's to go get the needle out because I have a needle to stitch things up. I'm going to sew you up. And he's screaming and crying like a baby, carrying on like nuts. And I'm thinking, wonder how we're going to fix that. It's going to be one. I got to get it all closed up. And we live a long way away from a hospital and he's carrying on. And the thing, I remember what doctors did with me occasionally, especially a broken eardrum. Folks, don't do this on super glue. But guess what? I super glued it together. But every day, 3 times a day, flex, flex, flex. Why do I do that? Because over here in Asia and having that Filipino there, part Polynesian, part Malay. So that Polynesian blood means very deep, dark purple, scarring. The keloid in your blood is so much stronger. And just yesterday, they'd gone up to Escalante for 15 days, see some family members. Just yesterday, I was double checking on it, and I was amazed because I've had lots of stitches, lots of scars, and I was like, wow. So Flex really works. It's all about information. That's the key, right, Sissy? There you go.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Derek, the blind guy. Like, I'm not making that up. That's his moniker. He puts it up there. Right, Derek?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Derek, I'm sure he's got a, look, you know what we can't do? But here, one little bit of training. I'll jump in with these. When you go and talk to a doctor, that's okay. Go and ask your doctor. But I want you to remember one thing. No offense. Doctors are great. Doctors take an oath. And doctors, mom and dad probably told them for years. They probably didn't want to be a doctor, but mom and dad told them for years and years and years. If you put your head down, go to school forever, eternity, then you're going to become a doctor and people look up to you in society, and you get to wear a white coat and all that. So when you go to a doctor and you're me, I used to be a plumber, right? Or whoever you are, Sissy, and you talk to your doctor, he's polite, but you know what he feels inside? You're challenging his authority. He went to university for 7 years and a couple of years intern, 10 years of his life he put into this. You're showing up saying you got something you think's better than the medicine he gives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so just keep that inside because you don't want to get into confrontation, but you want to help him, and he'll probably say, well, like he said, you just keep doing that. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Derek.
Well, 2 things. I want to send out gratitude to Brenda, my sponsor, who continually encourages me to do things. Ray for believing in me and introducing me to Hernan, and you for all the little video clips you keep sending me that I can watch over and over again. But for myself,
what do you mean? Watch. You drank olive oil and you took Prima and you got your eyesight back? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, some of it, it's clearing up.
Definitely.
I don't know if I'll ever have any usable eyesight gone because my retina is destroyed, but I have some peripheral, which is great. But go back to the first person that was talking there about the ibuprofen. I'm a transplant recipient, and one of the things I can't take is ibuprofen as a result. So when I started taking the Prima, it was more to counteract the side effects of the steroids that I'm on. And it got rid of the swelling in my feet. But it's the inflammation that's gone and the pain that came with that inflammation that is no longer present. And I'm thankful because now I'm getting out, I'm more active, I'm walking, I'm able to go out and meet people, and it's making a difference in my life. And, I just thought I'd share that little bit with you, but I'm so thankful for the mentors that you guys have become and help me and encourage me every day.
Well, thank you, Derek. I mean, it's all about love for really. I want you to think about gratitude as well, folks. Every single person out there, it's where love begins, gratitude. And we've got to be so grateful. Yes, it took thousands of years, but who knew the olive tree and the olive fruit and the olive plant, olive leaf, all of it together, that we've got it. And it does the one thing, when we're healthy, we're at ease. And when we're not at ease, we're unhealthy. It's called dis-ease. Dis is the Greek for pushing up against. Dis-ease is pushing up against that ease. That's where the word disease comes from. And what causes that dis-ease? In every single case of everything, from whatever it is that you're suffering, inflammation. It's that simple in our body. Now, the other day with Ashley, what a great call. She talked about, that's why our skin plays up. All things start to go wrong, and wrinkle and less elasticity and bits and pieces showing up because of that inflammation. Then our cells over communicate and we suffer. Okay. Who else out there? Has anyone got a hand up, or what's anyone saying here? Hi, Barry. Love, love, love. Derek, love, love. Oh, you guys, lots of love. Okay. Golly, it happened to me. I rub Flex. I take Flex. This is not a Flex. This is a Prima, but I take Flex. I love Flex. My wife really suffers scoliosis. It's terrible. She sleeps. You know, you guys probably think what kind of marriage I got. 14 years, folks. But she sleeps on the tile floor. Thailand, 15 years, 10 years here. Everywhere is tile. Why? Because it's cool. She sleeps on the tiled floor on the ground next to the bed, and she has either a granite rock or a golf ball in the middle of the scapula under her back because she's always in pain. So I take this every night and rub it in that part of her back. My littlest one comes in like, Dad, check it out. And I go, yeah, look at that. Mom's asleep in the bed. And it works. But you know what happened? I hate wasting stuff. And it's so good. It gets in your skin, right? So I got deep in my finger tips. And I rub on the back of my hand. And my left hand compared to my right hand when I was typing, and I'm like, holy cow, what am I talking about? You Aussies call it liver spots, right? Discoloring. This actually is an Aussie lady. I won't say her name. But that's before, and then 5 weeks of Prima. Just Prima. Look at the difference. This is what happens. Prima is working from the inside of your body out. A daily routine, as Gordon says, that you take each and every day. And every day we take it, it builds up and builds up and builds up. The cumulative effect, and it might be slow. It's not like we just heard Barry talk about. Nothing happened the first day. Oh, heck yeah, it's not a miracle. But, you know, second day, and I relate to that. So that's important. And look, I'm going to show you another one here. Oh, happens to be another Aussie. Trish, you know, Northern Beaches of Sydney, surfing girl, and all that sunshine, all that fun, all that lifestyle. I hope you don't mind, Trish. Are you on here? Let me see before I get in trouble. But she didn't mind. We did these the other day. The wrinkles. I want you to have a look. Here's before, and then here, still on her first bottle. She puts it, instead of using a roller, Trish puts it on a fingertip. And then she rubs it in and massages where she's got to go. And have a look. Look at the wrinkles on the side of her face. From there to there. Under the chin. Gone. Up here in the eye. Look, these great, gone. Across the forehead. Gone. Her eyes. See the corner of her eye. Gone. Folks, we got a product that works. All right, who's lining up? Who wants to go talk about what's happened to them? It's okay. You know why you're doing it? It's about love. And these clips, I will post more and more and more of them. And sharing what's wrong and how it fixes is how people think at the same time. You're in the playground, you're telling your mate, wow, you see that wave I got yesterday? And he's thinking about the wave he got. You get older and you talk about your bad back, and your girlfriend, you know, a bunch of gals to go, oh, my back is hurting today. And they're thinking about their stiff neck and they want to tell you. That's why testimonies work. Katrina.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, just for a quick share, I just want to say that in my first week of using Prima, I found I was able to fall asleep, like incredible deep sleeps, which I wasn't able to do before. And I have been able to eliminate, which is my most best part of the ibuprofen, which I took 1 or 2 daily. And I'm obviously helping my liver to heal by taking Prima every day. Just better energy, better mood, less depression. And I just love the Prima. I panic when I get low.
There you go. We don't want to run out. You know how you don't run out?
No,
Be on subscription.
exactly. And I do love the Flex. I love the Flex, and I'm using my Viso Luxe. So I love everything about Oliabo. So we got a great company and a great product.
Yes. I love Visa Lux so much that I haven't got it. Philippines is a little late. So I was using, Ashley's going to kill me. I'm so vain. I was using the Flex on my face. But if you go look at the
Me
old,
too.
yeah, you go. It
Yeah.
feels like you got a sunburn for 10 minutes because of the peppermint in it. That's it. But
Yeah.
you go look at the old clips from October, November, December, and then now, like that great big scarf and that car accident is pretty well gone. Under here is gone. Lots of things under here. I lost that funny turkey thing. It's gone. I have a buddy down there in Australia. I see he's got his hand up. Steve Klein. And he told me last night, text me, I got something I got to tell you about, and it's brand spanking new. We have you folks, besides Wednesday night Zooms, besides shout out Dr. Jerry Shaw, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I may be wrong. No, Monday, Wednesday, Friday now. Sorry. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Get a hold. Get on the sites. Go. It's on. I got it in that Facebook group. His number. You call in. Great calls. Hernan Lawless. He works tirelessly for everybody. He does calls. Just plug into anybody's teams, anywhere they are. So Stevie Klein, whereabouts are you? I'd like you to, you said you got something for us.
I'm here, Malcolm.
Go ahead, mate.
Okay, thank you. Look, I'll be really quick. I don't want to go into a life history, but as you can probably see, I've got a few miles on the clock, and I've done a lot of damage to the body over the 73 years. But I just tell you what has happened since I was taking or using and consuming the Prima and adding the Flex to my lower back. I can now stand up properly without too much effort. Some days I can spring out like a 30-year-old. Wow, it's unbelievable what change has happened to me just with my lower back and other areas that has allowed me to walk upstairs properly, and even better, walking downstairs, walking to the shops, walking anywhere. Now I can absolutely do that with ease, and I couldn't do it before. The other thing that's also happened to me with taking Prima, and I don't take it, I consume it. And I absolutely take it, sometimes twice a day, mostly once a day, but sometimes twice a day. I can't help myself. But because of what it's helped me with, all my joints feel a lot more flexible. I've got more mobility. And the idea is with mobility, it allows you to feel younger. And it's fantastic to feel younger again. I don't get up in the middle of the night that often. I can sleep all the way right through for a 7 to 8 hours sleep continuously, which is something that didn't happen before. The other thing that's happened also is through my doctor's advice, I've cut down my medication for my blood pressure. I've always had a bit of a blood pressure problem. My doctor told me, halve it. It's going well.
I want you to be, this is really important. I'm going to interrupt you. Be specific, because I know his personal story. Cholesterol, like the number, like you talk about ease. It's easy for your mind. I worry about stuff that I've done to myself. I worry about things that are going to go majorly wrong, especially having a family now. Your cholesterol, the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol, the dramatic difference in those numbers in a short time. Your blood pressure, go ahead, touch that on that.
Okay, the cholesterol over a 3-month period, it went from 3.9 or 4 back to 3.2 and dropping. And that was over a 3-month period. I've still got work to do, but that's a 20.5% decrease, which is unbelievable. That's the LDL. LDL is and I'm not on any medication. I don't want to touch it. The other thing that's happened is my blood pressure before Christmas or before starting in November or December. I never had blood pressure under 145 over 85 to 90. Now I've halved the blood pressure pills now, and hopefully I can start to slowly eliminate them with my doctor's, guidance. So I'm more mobility, blood pressure, LDL. I can't. And the other good thing is, I think I'm thinking better. I'm a bit clearer. I think I am. Anyway, don't laugh at me, Malcolm.
It's real. I notice it. Yeah, that's a very good point Steve just brought up. Just pay attention here, folks. If you are on medication, your body builds up, and we get used to it, but it also builds up like a resistance immunity. You can't, and a lot of them are designed, especially to do beta blockers, especially to do with high blood pressure. They're designed that if you decide on your own, I'm going to get off it, you spiral, and it makes you want to get back. So as you utilize our products and you see a change, you just be smart, right? I'm not going to throw the pharmaceutical industry under the bus, but they're designed to keep you on it. So be smart and just slowly back yourselves out of your medication as you do it. And as Steve said, maybe it's a good idea. Miss iPhone there, I don't know your name, but I think that was you with your hand up. Is it?
Yeah. Yep. Probably. My name is Kelsey.
All right, Kelsey.
Hi, I wanted to share. I'm a hairstylist, and I do some pain management type of stuff with my clients. And I have something like a microcurrent machine, and one of my clients reached out to me and said, "Can you bring your?" I have a Navasia, and so I brought it, but I just had been to the meeting the night before and had been given the flex, and so I thought, let's do a video. Let's see if this works. So before I did the machine, I said, let's put it on. She had been to her rheumatoid doctor. He pawned her off to the emergency room. They gave her muscle relaxant. That didn't work. She went to acupuncture, cupping, and massage therapist. And I was like, you just had to come to your hairstylist, And so, and she had a really bad pinched nerve in her neck, and she couldn't really move her neck very well. After 15 minutes, she had like 30% more movement. And after the 2-hour appointment, she had about 60%. And then that night it continued to work, and we never ended up doing the microcurrent machine. And she said it was almost gone. So that was my first week, like just being exposed to it the night before. Shared it with her. And then I've had my own huge, like I went on 2-mile hikes in like the 90-degree weather, and I haven't done that in like years. So I'm like, wow, I feel like a totally younger, newer person. So I'm super, super jacked.
Endurance, strength, all those things. Just taking the Prima, one thing most people don't notice each day as we look at ourselves. I know this will happen. I'll make a point. My little ones are gone to see their Ula and Ulu. That's grandma and grandpa. They're in their 90s. And it's been probably a 9-month stretch this time. My Brooke, who was 12, just turned 13. She's taller than me. Anyone knows me, that's no great feat. 5 foot nothing. But she's really grown. And you know what happens when you go see your relatives and they go, oh, look how much you changed. We don't notice you don't have to be using Viso is the key to doing it now. But just by putting this in, your skin, folks, you notice how good your overall skin changes. That's how it works. We're going to move on with a real quick clip, and then I got something to share with you.
Oliabo doesn't add artificial fixes. We protect what nature already perfected. From harvest to final product, everything is designed with intention. Food was never meant to be this complicated. Health is supposed to be simple. For thousands of years, the longest living people on Earth didn't count macros or chase trends. They ate real food. They honored the olive tree. And they used olive oil not just as food, but as medicine. Modern processing stripped that power away. Oliabo exists to restore it. This isn't a supplement. It's a return to what actually works.
I got something for you here. I want you to pay close attention. If you're on Gmail, really watch your promotions inbox. Why do I bring that up? Can I mute everybody? Hang on. Why do I bring that up? Because Oliabo's email, take at oliabo.com, right? Support at oliabo.com or whatever it is. Take that and put it in your address book. This is just a little laundry work for you. Put it in your address book, in your contacts, in your email, whatever you use, which email. Then it'll show up in the inbox better. But most, because of the promotional style, which is great. Our company's all about helping you. They're a branding company. Most of your emails from Oliabo, the Oliabo experience, the replay, the Zooms coming up, the Oliabo corporate Zooms and all that show up in your promotions if you're on Gmail. So go look at that each day. Inbox, go to the promotions tab. You'll find it. Why am I bringing this up? Because you want to pay attention. I have a feeling I can say this because Ray's not on the call. I was sworn to secrecy. You know me. Don't tell a leader. Do not tell a leader something they can't tell because they're going to tell everybody. But you're going to get an email and there's going to be a special announcement to be on a Zoom. Shout out to, I don't know everybody on this call. They're across teams and that. Shout out to Nigel Lau in Australia, blowing it up. Shout out to Julia in Singapore. There's a new country, all sorts of things. Warehouse changes. Oh my goodness. This gal has just consistently moved through challenges and incredible volume again this month. Prima, the first Prima out of this team to be promoted. Shout out to Julia. But I want to tell you, pay it close attention, because June, you're going to get such a surprise with a new promotion. A new promotion is coming up, not a little bit. So pay attention. You want to get on that Zoom when the company pops it up and gets it out. It may be coming quicker before the Wednesday night Zoom. It may be the Wednesday night Zoom. Just telling you, these guys never fail to deliver. And talking about delivering and where you want to go, I'm watching the time. Just Sunday night. There are things that are more important than just money. Really are. That clip that had me in the black shirt, that's another one. Gordon asked me, why am I doing it? Why am I spending so much time in Australia? He said, you're doing Zooms every night of the week. You know, I built my team in blocks, chose Canada, went there. Then I did the US and went there. Then I went, asked them, let's get Singapore open. Then we went and built Singapore, month and a half, 2 months helping, then down to Australia. Because the first guy I talked to in Australia, actually, he called me. It was 4:30 in the, well, he texted me 4:30 in the morning, my time. I start my day at 4 o'clock. I called him back. That's a key. There's a little tip. Call, pick up the phone, talk to him. I asked him, what are you up to? He told me he was on missions in northern Pakistan. Things went awry. He ran out of money, a little trouble, and had to get back home to Australia in a hurry. And he was really trying to get and raise some money to go back and finish what he had started. And I said, I'm not going to give you any money, but I got a solution for you. Right there. See that? I got a solution. This is going to fix your body. I know how old he is, same age as me. This is going to fix your body. But you, I know you. You'll put your effort in if you know it's something that's right and will help people. And what happened? Within 8 to 10 weeks, he'd raised enough money through Oliabo to fulfill what he wanted. And he went back and did another 10 days and took a gentleman from Egypt with him. So that's what this is about. And that was that clip in the black shirt. Because Gordon asked me, why are you doing it? That's what I'm doing it for. Solving people's problems. Well, you know what? You want rewards. And here's one. I am telling you, it was the end of June. But you know what? It's extended. Why is it extended? Because you might want to go and see what the old world is. You might want to go and find out about where this secret, the oldest health story that's not yet been told. You might want to go hang out on beautiful lakes and great architecture, having fun and food. Our trips are fun. That's what it's all about. Eating on where? Because this trip's in Venice. Eating at a restaurant on a canal in Venice because Oliabo is taking you there. Maybe after getting that romance going with your partner. I'm going to close this out, folks. Work towards this reward because you all deserve it.